Thank you for tuning in. This is DJ Bob Fresh from SegaShiro.com, your Sega resource. And today we're bringing you a video review of the high-octane, high-energy, balls-to-the-wall action game. This is Vanquish by Platinum Games. Built on a modified version of the Bayonetta engine, Platinum Games has taken the third-person action genre and accelerated it with a healthy dose of speed. Vanquish employs the 30 seconds of fun rule that the Halo series is known for. In each part of the game, you'll be boosting into and out of cover, finding which weapons are the best to take advantage of your enemies, and also you'll be striking in for aggressive boost drop kicks and other attacks. Add to this rail shooting sections and epic, huge boss battles, and you have a game that has a relentless pace from start to finish. This is a game that reaches such a high pace right from the start and actually never lets up. To give you an example of this, I started this game on midnight on the day it was launched and actually stayed up till 4 a.m. just because the pace of the game was so intense that I couldn't put it down. In terms of stylistic references, Platinum Games has the works here. There are nods to Metal Gear Solid, Halo, even anime and John Woo style action movies. However, it all meshes together very well. In the story, you follow as Sam Gideon, who is looking to save a professor from a space orbital colony that has been taken over by the Russians. The terrorist group is known as the Order of the Russian Star, and they've already used the microwave array on the space colony to destroy San Francisco. The terrorist faction is demanding that the United States completely surrender within 10 hours, or else New York will be the next target. The story itself isn't the most successful aspect of the game, however, it does all serve as a decent backdrop for the events that unfold during the course of the gameplay. Enough of the stage is set for an intriguing gameplay experience, and furthermore, they have enough there that they could extend the story if they ever chose to do so. In terms of style and pace of the story, the gameplay takes more cues from anime than most Western games do, and yet at the same time, it has its own vibe, its own universe, and managed to pull all of these different sources and source materials together very well. The voice acting, definitely for Elena and Sam, was fantastic. Sam has the perfect smoker's growl. However, some of the other characters were decent to good. Nothing really offensive, and of course you could always switch the language to Japanese if you wanted to fully capture that anime style. Your first run through the game will take you roughly somewhere between 6 to 8 hours, some 10, depending on your level of skill. Now, there is reason to come back to this game because, as you can see, with each level that you play, you actually have a score, and these scores are linked to your leaderboard ratings on both the PS3 and the 360 version. So you can actually replay stages to try to get a better and better score. And that's almost the trick to this game, because the first time you play it through, it is so chaotic, it's got so much going on, that it almost feels like clustering mayhem. However, there is a truly refined mechanic here, and as you get used to the game, and as you get to understand your enemies and their reactions and their animations, you can almost speed run your entire way through this game. Part of that is due to the success of the controls. This game controls fantastically. It is abundantly evident that Platinum Games spent a lot of time refining the aiming in this title, and it shows. This is some of the best I've ever played in a third-person shooter. They have also really taken the time to balance all the weapons, and on top of that, layer an upgrading system. That's really quite cool. Aside from unlocking God Hard mode at the end of the game, you also unlock a challenge section, which are waves and waves of enemies that you have to defeat. There's 5 of these in all, and they will ultimately test your skills at the game. As such, it's really easy to imagine that there'll be a contingent of cult gamers out there that will play this game through without dying, and also be playing it for the fastest times possible. However, nobody is locked out of the Vanquish gameplay experience, as it features a full range of difficulty settings from casual auto right to God Hard mode. In terms of graphics and scope, this game is beautiful. There's stunning vistas in the background. There's so much going on in each one of the sections of the game that it's amazing what they have managed to accomplish. For this video review, I capped footage from the PS3 version of the game. I also played the Xbox 360 version, and let me tell you that both ports are exactly the same. The real difference between the two are trophies and the controller. Platinum Games has done an excellent job with this modified version of the Bayonetta engine, so if you were worried that some of the parts that ailed the PS3 version of Bayonetta would be present in Vanquish, fear not, because both games are developed with excellence. In terms of sound, Vanquish is a symphony of explosions and gunfire. To be honest, I didn't even really hear the music in the game. The parts that I did hear were solid, but in general, all I could hear were all of the explosions and all the chaos going on, that it always sounded like a war was going on in my living room through the 5.1 surround sound speakers. They did an excellent job capturing the chaos of the battlefield, and it comes across in the sound design as well. Vanquish is an expertly designed video game. It's got so much style, so much polish. It is crazy fun, and it is just an epic among epics. So forget about the Roadie Run, because in Vanquish, it's all about Rockstar sliding your way into and out of cover and finding the most efficient ways to dispatch your enemies with style and speed. SEGA and Platinum Games have proven once again that they can do stellar things with new IPs. I absolutely can't wait for a sequel to this game. I had so much fun, I can't recommend it enough. This is DJ Fob Fresh signing out, saying keep on gaming.